Well, happy Sunday. Today we got kind of a little bit of time this afternoon, a few hours. We'll see if we can get this aluminum flatbed off the donor truck here. I do have the hoist set. Hopefully this thing doesn't break in half. I think it's okay. From what he told me, it was structural issues near the front where the control arms mount to the frame. Nothing in like the frame rail itself where I'm picking up. So hopefully we can get it up in one piece. It'll only be up a little while. Just enough for me to visually inspect, the drivetrain, just to kind of know what I'm working with, and then I'll take the bolts off and then the wiring for the flatbed. So that's what we're gonna do now. Looks like we just got a couple hose clamps and then one wire here. This is not a wire. This is a wire here. Goes down. It's just a ground. It's just the one single 10 millimeter that is holding that to the frame. Okay, that's good. Actually, let's leave him with more, because I don't need any of this. Ever notice how hose clamps are always put on in a way that you can never take them off, and you wonder how the heck the last guy put them on there? Me too. All right, disconnected. Cut this guy. This can stay with this. This also can get cut. Okay, wire stays. Wrap them in here. And take a screwdriver and try to pry off this filler neck, maybe. Wow, I'm guessing that hasn't been off of there in quite some time. Oofta. Okay, the little one's off. Now, there we go. Okay, got them two boys off of there. Yeah, just because like I said, I'm not keeping this, so I might as well give them more. I don't need this guy here. I'm assuming that's something they're gonna want. Put it on whatever truck they want to put it on. Give them the rest of this filler neck here. All right. That tube will probably stay. That's factory, I think. All right, throw this on the flatbed. Done here. Now we gotta take these big bolts out. I don't know how big they are, but big. So we got 15/16 top and bottom. Looks like they got a couple of these on the factory body mounts, and a few just have angle iron coming off of this flatbed frame onto the truck frame. All seem to be the same size, but the one that's gonna be a real pain in the butt to get to is behind this toolbox. So I'm gonna have to throw an extension and a swivel, and we'll see if we can sneak in there. But I don't know how tight these things are gonna be. We're gonna try to just get on the first one here and see if it'll move. Not bad. Beautiful. Okay. Try to keep all this hardware for them. There we go. Work our way down. Okay. That hole actually looks tore. Metal's all gone. All right, I believe this side is unbolted. So now, I'm hoping that we'll just magically find some bulkhead somewhere where we can unplug everything. When I was on this side, I did see that there was the plug for the gooseneck. Plug for the gooseneck was actually right in here. Super helpful. So I'm gonna reach my arm in there and see if I can disconnect him right away if I'm tall enough. There's that. Easy peasy. We're gonna lift the truck up and see if we can get a better view. Oh God. Yeah, don't know that I would trust my life with this pickup anymore either. She's pretty crunchy. What Wisconsin will do, even to an HD frame. My oh my. Actually, yeah, it's not connected. Wow. I know when I hooked onto this guy from the outside when I was strapping it down, it got mighty thin and actually bent. Now it makes sense. This is the Bluetooth cross member. No spare tire. Yeah, I don't know that it would even hold it if it was. But like I said, even chunks came out of there that was holding this hitch on. But either way, I'm not here to assess damage. It doesn't matter to me. Looks like this was actually wired super nice. So there's a bulkhead here, maybe one hard wire or two. We'll see. But this frame here actually is part of the flatbed. So looks to be all connected. I'm hoping I can just unplug this thing. Full of dirt, something. If it wants to wiggle, might have to go get a screwdriver. Yep. Alright. If tab doesn't work, I'll make it work. There we go. He's out of there. I might even zip tie that to the bed. Plug here. Wow, that actually looks super good. We got this one guy that's hardwired here. Blue wire. Cut him off. This is part of the pickup. Dang. Yeah, actually, looks like that might be it. I don't know where this little wire goes. Nowhere. All part of the flatbed itself. I don't have enough room in the front of the shop to start using the hoist to lift the flatbed itself, so I'm going to set it on the ground and see if I can just muscle it a little bit. Geez, I can't help myself. That's ridiculous. See if I can muscle it off of here and make sure everything's loose. Give another quick visual inspection on if we have everything disconnected from down here, because it's easier to work on it while it's up in the air. And then I'll probably back the truck outside, spin it around, back it in here, and then use the hoist to pick it off. Sweet. Now I'm going to pick up all this hardware, spin the truck around, and back it on in and use the hoist to our advantage, because no way I'm lifting this up, and I don't feel like trying to navigate a skid loader around doing it. Well, that is a real pain in the butt to drive. Pretty much leaked out all the power steering fluid in about 2 minutes of running, and now the brake pedal is getting pretty vibraty, and then the steering sucks. It's all ran off the hydro boost, so we have a big mess and a leak, but still works. Fired right up this morning. Now we're just gonna take the bed off. I think we're set. I'm trying to lift her up. Okay, how are we looking? Actually, we're looking pretty this is going ridiculously smooth. Can't complain. Okay, what do we got here? Breather, that saves the truck. Yeah, we're good to go. Upsy daisy. There we are. Flatbed removed. Ooh, we're gonna need fuel pump. Or sending unit, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't actually pump fuel, but she's rusty. That I was kind of thinking, depending on how the project goes for the Suburban, we might need him. But yeah, that all came off super good. Didn't take long at all, but boy, there is not a lot of real estate left back there. Since we're here, I'll show you some of the carnage up front. So if you look at where these control arms mount to the frame, not good. Bluetooth. Also not good. Bluetooth. It's had a hard life, but we're going to rejuvenate her a little bit. Well, quick change of plans. We're gonna get this thing out of here, and I just got a call from my father-in-law that he said his little battery light's on and his truck's not charging. Luckily for him, I have quite an inventory of GMT 800 supplies, and I did have an alternator on the shelf. Whether it works or not, I don't know, but he's gonna come in here. We'll throw that on there quick. Well, that went faster than expected. Forgot to turn the camera on, but it only took about, I don't know, 10 minutes. Basically just started the truck up. Well, first I confirmed, yeah, the battery light was on. It was at like 11.5 volts. Threw the battery tester on there, the voltmeter got 11.5 volts. Confirmed it wasn't working. Basically you need a 10 millimeter wrench, a ratchet wrench, take off your power wire. You got a 4-pin plug up here, just pop that off. Two 15 millimeter bolts that hold it to the alternator bracket. And then obviously before you take the two big bolts out, I think it's a 15 on the idler. So I took that off, took the serpentine belt, threw it out of the way, swapped alternators, plugged everything back in. And yeah, we were at 13.5 volts idling. So not too bad, didn't take up too much time. Like I said, about 15-20 minutes with a little chit chat, but back to it. We gotta try and keep the house warm today, or just because I'm a cheap ass and I don't like paying for natural gas to have the furnace run. We have the great fortune of not only living in a very efficient earth home, but we burn firewood. So we got a split wall between our garage and our living quarters in our house. So over the past 2 weeks, I don't think our furnace has turned on once, and we're not even really pumping that wood stove too full. However, it has been really cold, and because of probably piss poor timing on my part, we are out of firewood at the coldest snap here. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get wood in the house. Well, we'll try. I'll be damned. Alrighty, well, that works. Well, playing with that thing, we are going to hook up this little trailer and throw some wood on it, back it in the garage and unload and stack it. Good blessing of firewood is got to handle it about 8 damn times before you can actually use it, but nothing like wood heat, right? There be the trailer we're hooking up to. Alrighty. load it up, try to keep the bulk of the weight on the axle, give us a fighting chance to get out of here. We'll see what happens. Alright, here we go. Oh, there's not too much snow, we should be alright.